what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explain here, bringing you guys another discussion for Boruto Naruto Next Generations, the manga. And for anime only fans, this is the time of the month where a lot of the content that you guys are going to see on the channel is going to be spoiler heavy, so I thank you for your support. However, if you're still here, I'm assuming that you've read the latest Boruto manga chapter and you guys don't care about me talking about spoilers. So I need to say something that I didn't think needed to be said, but I've seen like 9,000 different comments on this, which is everybody's saying like, oh man, Kurama's death don't hit the same because Kurama's gonna get reborn because you can't actually kill a bijuu. And I've seen that said so many different times to where I said, okay, I'm gonna have to talk about this in a video because this is starting to border on the same territory as people saying that Rini rebirth does not come at the expense of the caster's life, but instead is directly tied to your chakra reserves. In that case, that's one of those things where people looked at Conan's words during the pain arc, but they ignored everything said in the war arc where it was stated emphatically using Rini rebirth will actually kill the caster. This whole situation with Kurama is going into the exact same territory where people are focusing on one aspect of the lore while selectively forgetting the other information that has been brought to you after the first set of information was given to you. So, Kurama's not coming back. Let me just state that right now and let me restate it. Kurama is not coming back. And I'm not even going to go into what Kurama said about the whole Baryon form transformation right now. I'm not even going to go into that. I'm going to say all the people getting all pissed off about what happened in the last chapter and are pointing to this as one of the reasons why they don't like Kurama's death. I want you to go back to the chapter. I want you to actually read the dialogue in there. What does Kurama say to Naruto in the official translation? He says, be careful. And I'm paraphrasing. He says, be careful. You don't have those supernatural abilities anymore, those superhuman abilities anymore. Be careful, otherwise you will end up joining me. Now, so what does Kurama say when he says joining me? Kurama earlier in the chapter said, no, it was my life that was going to end. I didn't want to give my life for anything in vain. He's saying I am dead. Naruto realizes that Kurama's going to end up having his life given up, and Naruto in that chapter, that's why Naruto looks so damn heartbroken in the last chapter. Now, for people saying, well, you know, they said that a bijuu can never actually die, you're absolutely right, which is why I compared it to the Rini rebirth, where you had one set of information and then there was a retcon made after the fact. A retcon that was made years after the fact. The pain arc was in, if I'm not mistaken, I think the pain arc started in late 2008 in the manga and then wrapped up early 2009 in the manga. And then you had that My Life Away. Zetsu tells Obito the exact same thing. The only reason why you're not dead from using Rini rebirth is because I'm keeping you alive. Like, literally, this is the same thing. So several years after this information about the bijuu was given to us, several years after what happens in Naruto, I believe volume 57, where you have the Raikage saying like, hey, I can kill Naruto and we can delay the Akatsuki's plans for some time, because if you kill Naruto, the bijuu's gonna die alongside with Naruto and then eventually respawn. Now, Kurama goes as far as to say, hey, this ain't the same thing as bijuu extraction. This is something completely different. And that's where you need to start looking at what was actually told to us about the Baryon form transformation and why Kurama is so emphatic about this. Now, yes, pure chakra cannot be destroyed. Absolutely. But in this case, this new transformation, it was specifically told to us that it will continue to devour the chakra to create this new nuclear fusion chakra until the chakra itself runs out. You can't destroy chakra, but that chakra that Kurama has can be consumed, which is exactly what happened with this new transformation. That's why Kurama said, like, look man, be careful. If you screw up, you're gonna be in the afterlife with me. I know a lot of people, they want Kurama to come back, and before we got this confirmation in this chapter, I was one of the people saying like, look man, You know, if Kurama does come back, the only way that it should make any sense that he comes back is if he can never go back inside of Naruto. That's the only way you don't cheapen it, and I stand by that. Okay, I stand by that. But the laws of this new transformation are pretty set in stone. The only reason why I even offered that small bit of hope right there is Masashi Kishimoto will retcon some shit very quickly in the manga. He's done it before in the past, but this feels like a definite moment right there. This feels like something very definite. This ain't like what happened when Rin died and the Three Tails ended up respawning a few years later. I don't think we're gonna see Kurama get respawned because this is a completely different thing. Again, this new transformation completely consumes the chakra until there is nothing left, and then once there's nothing left, the transformation itself ends, and then the transformation comes at the expense of the user's life. In this case, it's Kurama. I know that's gonna be a very, very bitter pill for a lot of people to swallow, because a lot of people have gotten attached to Kurama ever since Kurama accepted Naruto and you saw more Kurama's personality come out. Again, I said it in my chapter review, I think it's very brilliant what you actually saw with Kurama dying. Is there ways it could have been done better? Absolutely. Absolutely, it could have been done a lot better, especially with the artwork in the chapter. It could have been done a lot better to convey the emotion of the scene. The actual build up to the sacrifice could have been done a lot better instead of it just being an absolute brawl before this. There are ways that this could have been done better, but where the symbolism in Kurama dying is so beautiful, and I said it in my review, where it's so beautiful is the fact that Kurama, when Naruto's first born 33 years ago in the timeline, Kurama hated the idea of being sealed away into a baby, and that baby's parents gave their life in order to make sure that their child had the power to protect the village in the future. Kurama wanted nothing more than to actually get out of Naruto. Nothing more. Could give a damn what happened to Naruto's soul if he came out, and came very close to getting out once Naruto went into his eight-tailed state during the Pain Invasion arc before Minato stopped him. But the fact of the matter is, Kurama grew to love that same child. So when Naruto's life began, his relationship with Kurama began, it began with Kurama absolutely hating him and hating the fact that he sealed away into Naruto through an act of love. And then Kurama finally gets his wish of being separated from Naruto, but Kurama's now grown to love Naruto's character, which means that their relationship has come all the way full circle to where it first began. If you know anything about Japanese folklore and how they do the mythology, that should make a lot of sense to you. You got the whole yin and yang concept. I'm completely okay with it. Again, it probably could have been done better, but I'm okay with the fact that Kurama's dead, so everybody is still bitching about that. Go ahead and smoke up the Kurama pack because you probably ain't smoked it yet. However, I want to know from you guys, how would you have handled Kurama's death differently? Let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching. Until then, have an awesome day, guys.